Did you see it? I'm talking about the magic move golfers that the top players in the world master day in and day out. I'm talking about the Scottie Schefflers, the Rory McIlroys, the Colin Morikawas, or old school Freddie Couples, Jack Nicklaus, Hogan. I'm talking about the completion of their pivot, the final missing piece in their follow through to actually get them through the shot and committed towards their target. And in this video, I've got 3 easy ways that are gonna help you with your pivot, get you to your front side, and help you be as consistent as you can possibly be. Hi folks, Kevin Stoll here. I'm the Director of Instruction at the Club at Old Hawthorne. I'm a Callaway Master Club Fitter. I'm a PGA member for over 20 years, and welcome to my channel. And I'm very excited about today's lesson because we can finally put that missing puzzle piece to your swing. You've been working on backswing stuff, you've been working on your grip, you've been trying to get yourself aligned. But if we can't commit to our shot, it won't make a difference. And so I'm really excited to show you how to actually properly pivot and get to that left side or lead side today. Now let's talk about what actually gets our weight to that side. And I think that most people hyper focus on that golf ball. Not their swing, not completing their swing, but hitting that golf ball. And so when you're in that mindset, and that's your target, and that's the only thing you're worried about, then your club will have a tendency just to stop right at impact. You're gonna see most people when you walk up and down the driving range, or yourself included, they're going to hit and they're either going to fall forward or they're going to fall backwards. I've said that in a couple of my other videos as well. It really does transfer to a lot of different parts of your golf game. So remember, that is not your target. Your target is that way. The pin is that way, not here or anywhere back behind the golf ball. So how can we transfer our weight all the way through and not really hyper focus on that golf ball per se and more on that target? Well, we have to use our lower body. Most people will think about the golf swing in terms of, like I said, hitting it, and so their upper body will get way more involved in what they need to. So they'll take it to the top of their swing, they'll then throw the arms at the ball, stopping, and then going. Now, another thing I see a lot of people do is they might get the idea of turning their lower body in order to get to their lead side, which is the key, by the way. We want to turn our lower body with momentum in order to get to your lead side. They might have that idea, but they'll do a start-stop effect. So they'll take the club to the top of their swing, they'll get that initial turn, and then it'll stop, allowing the hands then just to kind of go through, get ahead of the body, flip at the bottom, and then turn through. So that's kind of a false follow-through, as I call it. You'll see a lot of people doing that. It'll look just something like this. Delayed. Okay, so you're not maximizing your potential, your power. A lot of people can swing it a lot faster than what they think they can. They just don't know the body mechanics, so they don't know the moves in order to get that going. They actually hyper-focus on slowing down, but speed does cure a lot of things. We just want to make sure we do it in the right way by turning our lower body, not our upper body. So what I mean by that is leading with your lower body, we have to over-exaggerate the feeling. Always over-exaggerate the feelings whenever you're working on a drill or a new movement. So if I'm over-exaggerating, getting to my left side, what is a good drill to really feel that weight transfer that way? Well, I call it the Flamingo drill. And so all you do is you swing at a tempo that allows you to transfer your weight, but also keep your balance. Let me explain. So you're going to take it back, you're going to swing, and you're going to lift your leg up and try and balance like a flamingo. All right? How fast can you do that before you start to fall backwards or lose your balance? Again, this is more of an extreme feeling, and that's what we want. We want to feel all that weight on that lead side. You already know what it feels like to hang back this way, but you don't quite know what it feels like to stay on this side. And you can definitely hit balls this way. It's not easy by any means, but if you can do this drill while hitting the ball, you're already off to a great start. And see, just like that, it's not easy. You tend to lose your balance, so find a tempo that works for you, get you that side, and get you nice and balanced. So I love the Flamingo drill, but let me ask you a question. You ever pay attention to PGA Tour players and how good they look? And LPGA Tour players, they look awesome after they hit their shots, right? They have those beautiful swings. They're looking at their target. They're staring. They're watching the ball land like a butterfly with sore feet. Oh, and it's right next to the hole. No problemo. Now you tend to do that too, but only on good shots, right? I think most people do. They want to see exactly how close that ball is going to go to the pin, but what happens when you hit a poor shot? Oh, we look down. The second that you make contact with the ball and you know that's a poor shot, you tend to look down and away from the ball. So this is actually an important drill that I really instill in all my beginner students in the very beginning as a foundational tool in your practice session to really just save you a bunch of headaches for the rest of your life. And if you don't have this already in your arsenal, go ahead and get used to it now, because it's not just for tour players, it's for you. Tour players hold their finishes and stare at their target because their coaches made them do that a long, long time ago. When I was at my club back in El Paso learning, the pros would literally walk by us and say, hold your finish, as they were walking by. And I didn't think much about it. I thought they were kind of just being jerks, but actually they were doing the opposite. They were really helping me out and just made me a lot more accurate and consistent. So that's the next drill that we're going to do. We're flat out going to hold your finish for 3 seconds. Get used to it. So does not matter where the ball goes whatsoever. And you can even do it with your practice swings. That's fine. Practice swings are phenomenal. You're going to swing. You're going to hold for 1, 2, 3. Minimum. Try it again. 1, 2, 3. Now that's just to ensure that you're actually getting through the ball, through your swing and completing it, not stopping, as I mentioned earlier, right at contact. But here's kind of a good checker for you. A lot of people will do that, but when we talked about having a kind of a delayed weight transfer earlier in the video, it's harder to try and spot that yourself, so you need checkers. You need feel checkers, and this is one of them. So when you swing, where does your weight end up as you're holding this position? Is it on your lead heel, your front heel? Is it this way? If it is, that means you continued your rotation all the way around. You didn't start and stop flipping in order to get to that side. So combine the two. And I want to go a step further and just say, even forget about watching the ball for the minimum 3 seconds. Watch the ball until it lands. Just get used to it. Penalty shots are probably the biggest thing out there for most handicap killers, especially the ones that are trying to break 80. Those 1 or 2 doubles during your round cost you breaking 80. And usually the reason why is because you weren't being as detailed enough, really focusing where that golf ball is until it lands. And those are the small details that get you from point A to point B the quickest. All right. So you're feeling good. Get a golf ball here. You're feeling good. Set up to it. We've got a plan. We are going to be committed to our swing, and we're going to hold our finish. 1, 2, 3. Weights on the lead heel. I'm feeling good and balanced, and I'm off and ready to continue my round. So I've got one more for you. If those first 2 drills didn't help you out, really pay attention to this one because I guarantee it will. So I call this drill the Bruiser. Now a lot of people might call it the Punisher, things like that. But the whole point of us transferring our weight is to turn the corner, to pivot back around to our lead side. Look, a lot of us work desk jobs. You're sitting all day in this position. Your hip mobility is not where it needs to be. Okay, so this is one of those drills that we can combine a little bit of giveaway and proper pivot. So let's do the Bruiser first. The Bruiser, you can just take your own club. You don't need any fancy equipment for this whatsoever. What I want you to do is take your club, stick it in your belly button just like this, and grab the center of the shaft. You're making about a half of a club. Now from here, you're going to put the grip end on the outside of your, for your right-handed players, your left rib cage like this. Now, if I swing back and I continue to rotate and turn around the corner, this club will never touch my side. Will never touch it. However, if I start and then stop, or if I start rocking my hips too much this way, swaying and sliding back towards our target, then that left side will give you a nice little love mark on the side of your ribs. Not actually going to bruise you, but you're going to feel it. The faster you swing, the more you're going to feel it. And as I said, we're trying to do things in extremes. We want to feel what this feels like. It's going to really ensure that you're getting around your left side, turning the corner, and using that twist of your lower body in order to do it, not just shifting our weight like so. So we take that club, we stick it right smack in the middle of our belly button, hold the center, grips on the outside, take your normal 7-iron, mid-iron stance, swing, and make sure that this butt end never hits your side. If it does, that means we're flipping and we're not turning around. So as I mentioned earlier though, when we talked about a lot of people having desk jobs and sitting down, not having a lot of mobility in their hips, which is a key ingredient in the golf swing, especially for power and consistency, we need to help out our hips just a little bit. So just a little bonus drill with our Bruiser. And all you're gonna do is take your feet and turn them out just a little bit, specifically your lead foot, okay? Now, some players actually have a little bit of a flare on both feet to help with hip mobility on the backswing and the follow through, and that's totally fine too. But the second that we take that lead toe and turn it out a little bit, that opens our hip, gives us just a little more time, a little more flexibility in what we need to do in order to get around. Now, someone like a junior, sometimes we'll do the opposite. We'll actually have closed stances with juniors because their hip mobility is so flexible. They're like rubber bands. But obviously, the older that we get, the less flexible we get, and we have to help ourselves.
With that foot flared that way.
Nice fluid motion. And he's made so many great swings here over the years. And
now, a lot of people might say, hang on a second, that's an open stance. That means you're pointed to the left. Now you're introducing slices and things like that into play. And no, we're not. So you're totally able to flare your lead foot a little bit because our heel line is pointed straight at our target. It's not about our toes. It's about our heel line, making sure that they're nice and parallel to our club face target. So that brings me to a point. If you're going to do this, make sure it's one of the last things that you do, because you want to get yourself set and aligned towards your target first, then flare your toes. If we do that stuff too early, we'll be out of whack. So for instance, you have to have a pre-shot routine. If you don't have one, definitely get one. But for instance, my pre-shot routine would be, okay, I'm going to have a couple swings here. 1, 2. I'm going to step back, get myself aligned. And then as I step into the ball, my feet are nice and close together, and I step to the side like this. Alignment is my last thing that I do. I want to make sure that that is the last thing. I'm not stepping in from the side this way. I call that a happy feet. That's too hard to be consistent with. I have my feet together, step to the side. Now I know that my heel line is parallel to my target line, to my club face. And I can, from there, flare my lead heel open just a little bit to help with that hip mobility, turning to the left side, and you're going to notice automatically that your weight starts ending up on that lead heel as well, feeling probably way more natural to you. So don't ever feel bad about turning open that toe at all. It will benefit you. So we've got the Bruiser. We're keeping on the outside of our left rib cage. We're going to have a little bit of a flared toe. And as we do that, we're going to get used to that body rotation, getting through our shot, and feeling our weight end up on our lead heel. So there you have it, golfers. We just added that last missing puzzle piece with 3 easy ways to help you pivot and get around to complete your swing for the lowest, most consistent scores you've ever shot. If you like that video, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, Team KSG, as we come out with them weekly, and we look forward to seeing you next week.